This is Ashley back with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And boy, oh boy, we got a lot to discuss. It's always something. It's something that always happens in female rap. Now, it has been reported that Nicki Minaj unfollowed JT and Icespxce on Instagram. Okay? Now, we already know why Icespxce got the unfollow. Because she was talking trash. And Nicki waited until Icespxce flopped, no shade, to hit the unfollow. Also, Icespxce was low-key copying Nicki Minaj, copying her flow, copying some of her lyrics. I mean, Icespxce was trolling Nicki Minaj for a good month. As for the fallout with JT, I got that exclusive on Patreon. But I will say this, okay? And this is what I will say. Why is Nicki Minaj still following toilet seat, pissy face Carisha? She's the biggest snake. I mean, how you gonna unfollow JT and not unfollow Carisha? Especially after Carisha was, low-key ready to sun you last year. If y'all remember Carisha asked Nicki Minaj what's really the problem on Twitter? So my whole thing is, Carisha's the biggest snake, okay? And the biggest hoe in the industry, sleeping her way all the way to the bottom. Then also, no shade to Nicki, why is Champagne Thickum still here? Didn't he just do a song with Scratch Off? Okay? And Scratch Off was basically disrespecting you in interviews, saying that, oh, Little Kim is the blueprint and she is the queen and the GOAT female rapper, and none of these female rappers really like Lil' Kim. They just don't really mess with you, so they try to use Lil' Kim as a way to spite you in public, okay? So that's my whole thing. It's like, I don't get why she's still cool with Champagne Thickums. He's the biggest snake in your camp, but the female rappers get cut loose so easily. And I don't mind her cutting them loose easily. I really don't care. Icespxce deserved to get cut loose. She was talking junk. Okay, let's just be quite honest. She was calling Nicki Minaj jealous and bitter. She deserved to get cut. Now, the JTT I got, let y'all decide if she deserves to be cut for, what happened between her and JT. Now, allegedly, Icespxce is not too happy with the unfollow. Allegedly, from what I'm hearing, Icespxce feel like Nicki Minaj is bitter. Okay. She feels like she has shown love to Nicki Minaj publicly, but Nicki Minaj won't get over the text messages that were revealed. And if you guys remember, I did a reading last year. Okay. I just want to point that out. I try to warn you that Icespxce and Nicki would fall out. I said that she would fall out with JT too, though. Okay. So I'd be right when it comes to the fallouts. But with that being said, Icespxce is not happy because, she recently paid homage to Nicki Minaj in her album. She thought her and Nicki were going to make up. So it is what it is. But Nicki, if you're going to cut off Icespxce and JT, which I'm not saying she's wrong to cut them off, okay? Because, I be getting the snip for some people too. Some people just got to get snipped off. But Champagne Thickums got to go too. I mean, Champagne Thickums clearly does not like you, and you still haven't hit the unfollow. You playing Hot Uptown with you and Champagne Thickums on it, and he pays you dust. I don't get that. He never supports you publicly. Now, fans are bringing up this old clip of Nicki Minaj basically shading Icespxce for not signing to Heavy on it.
Tell somebody they don't really want to, you know what I'm saying, sign with Heavy on it, but then they'll go and sign with the white peoples. And guess who the white people's finna call? Always. Oh, Nicki Betty. Oh, they always make sure they get get the attention of the barbs. So you would be surprised, and I'm not talking about doing ad-libs on any songs, if their name is not on the Pink Friday 2. They're not a Heavy on it artist.
Okay? And this also proves that low-key Icespxce lied. If you guys remember, I think it was her Rolling Stone interview. She said her and Nicki were still cool. But if you have been tuning into the show, I told y'all she was lying. Saying, oh, me and Nicki are in a good place. Yeah, okay. Okay, no spice. You can't fool me. You can fool the other barbs, but you cannot fool me. And I knew she was lying the whole time. But anyway, Icespxce will be receiving Donkey of the Day for lying. No shade. Now, a lot of black men on social media are saying that they don't want to hear Doja Cat say the N-word no more, especially since she has recently been spotted out with Joseph Quinn. And typically, Doja Cat usually only date white men. She says the N-word a lot of times when she raps, and a lot of black men are calling her out, especially since she don't date black men. Okay? Let me know how y'all feel about this. Here's my thing. I think it's, a little hypocritical. Champagne Thickums don't really date fully black women. He might date mixed women, like Scratch Off's sister, Brooklyn, but he don't fully date black women. Yeah, he can say that word. Same thing with The Weeknd. Dates mostly white women. Y'all don't call him out. And don't let me bring up Chris Breezy, the colorist. He definitely don't date black women. He said that N-word all the time. So stop. Now, fans are calling out JT for betraying, botched, pregnant, divorced, bitter, delusional. A Section 8 gang member said, JT did all of this just to get unfollowed by Nicki. I'm crying. Now, this was an old tweet earlier this year that JT said about Nicki Minaj. She said, I salute Nicki for not tapping out, still dropping music, knowing it's so many odds against her. It's big money to end Nicki, but it's a bigger God. Keep being you. Your legacy will never be undone. At Nicki Minaj, I love you. Now, I think this was the day Nicki Minaj got punked by the Scammies. Remember earlier this year, they said Barbie World won Best Rap Performance. That's what the Grammys announced, but it was actually Killer Mike. You remember they humiliated Nicki Minaj at the Scammies earlier this year. It seems like forever ago. And JT was the only female rapper that really spoke out. How ironic. Now, another fan said JT is actually the dumbest, and I'm going to get my laughs in. Switched up on Bacteria and acting too good to turn in her Meg feature, arguing with Carisha online, all for a B-word who hates your ass. Now, botched, pregnant, divorced, bitter, delusional, and broke decided to post a meme when she found out that Nicki Minaj unfollowed JT. The meme that she posted on TikTok, it says, how I feel wishing upon someone's downfall and they actually hit rock bottom. Well, that's exactly the reason why off the cheap, cheating on you, having babies with other women, you got to change your face every 3 to 5 business days. You botched than ever, and you haven't put out no album since 2018. You praying on other people's downfall, but you're already at the bottom. And low-key, I do feel bad for JT, because it's not like she openly disrespected Nicki Minaj like Icespxce, okay? Of course, years ago, she used to drag Nicki Minaj, but Nicki Minaj forgave her for that, okay? Or did she not? But the point of the matter is, it's harder for dark-skinned black women in the industry. And I feel like, JT gets bullied a lot from being associated with Nicki Minaj. So I do feel bad for JT because she about to get it 10 times harder now. Especially from Botch Face and Megan Thee Stallion. So I do feel bad for her. Now, moving on from that, it looks like Scratch Off is calling out her daddy. She reposted a post that said daughter gives her dad a huge surprise when she turns out to be the pilot flying his plane. This video is so heartwarming. She responded and said, oh, my dad steals from me and tells everyone I'm part of the Illuminati. Well, listen, Scratch Off, I don't feel bad for you. You are part of the Illuminati. You're just flopping, okay? But you are part of the Illuminati, and I believe your daddy, okay? I don't think he would lie about that. No shade. He would know. He definitely would know. And then on top of that, didn't you steal somebody's husband? Okay, so it could be karma. No shade. It's really no shade, but last time I checked, 21 below average is married. Whether it's for immigration purposes or not, whether he did it to become a legal citizen does not matter. It still means that he's legally married and you're sleeping with him and you brag in every song how you've been sleeping with this man for years and he bought you this and that. I don't feel bad for you. Okay, you stole somebody's husband and your daddy's stealing some money out of your bank account. Okay, that's called karma. Okay, maybe you should keep your legs close to married men. And your father might keep his hands out of your pockets. Okay? No shade. Now, moving on to Queen B, we got to give Queen B her 10s. Queen B threatened to send a cease and desist to Trump's campaign after the former president shared a clip of freedom on his social media. Rolling Stone reports. Okay? Good job to Queen B. She already gave clearance to Kamala Harris. She did not give clearance to the Orange Grinch. Okay? No shade. And then on top of that, this is more than what the Chart Obsessed Racist has done. Now, Trump used the Chart Obsessed Racist likeness in one of his social media posts. I think it was AI. And she has yet to send him a cease and desist. But I guess that's why I call her the Chart Obsessed Racist, because she secretly probably supports Trump behind the scenes. She just don't want the public to know that. She's not fooling me. But good thing that we have the Queen of Music to stand up for the Orange Grinch. Okay? So, Queen B definitely will be getting her 10s today. Now, moving on to Icespxce. Icespxce confirms via Twitter Space that she is ready to finish her tour to start working on her second album. And she also confirmed that she will be doing a music video and putting out a perfume line. Okay, let me know how y'all feel about that. Now, I hope her perfume don't smell like poop, because she always talking about doo-doo and poopy and, farts. That's all she talk about in her music. So hopefully it don't smell like ass crack, okay? And hopefully it sells, because if them albums ain't selling, I don't know how she can sell perfume if your album is not selling. I mean, you only did 28,000 first week, and I don't think your album is nowhere near platinum. So if your album not selling, how can you sell perfume? I don't understand that. Shouldn't you try to, get better at your craft first before you start trying to be, a mogul? In my opinion, I feel like you need to perfect your craft, okay? Because no shade, your album was mid. Scratch Off's album was better than yours. And, her sales were low too. But to me, Scratch Off right now has proven that she's low-key a better artist than Icespxce. She just can't outsell Icespxce like that. I mean, she only did 1,000 more in copies when it came to her album first week. And she barely charts. But I do think that she is a better rapper than, Icespxce. But she do have Champagne Thickums helping her. Maybe Icespxce needs a ghostwriter. She could have had Nicki Minaj ghostwriting for you if you had signed to Heavy on it. Just like Champagne Thickums is helping Scratch Off. Okay? So, with that being said, Icespxce, hopefully for the next album, you get a ghostwriter. Not Partisan Fontaine. I think you should get Gunna. You worked with Gunna on the album. I think Gunna would be an excellent ghostwriter. He used to ghostwrite for Lil Baby. That's why Lil Baby kind of fell off. So you should get Gunna, and Scratch Off got Champagne Thickums. We'll see who has the best ghostwriter next year. Now, moving on to Botch and Pregnant again. She is going off on social media because y'all were saying that she was copying Nicki Minaj. Okay? Because she was wearing her scarves like Nicki Minaj does. She said, only white twinks on Twitter be crying about a B-word wearing a headscarf. Some ish I've been doing all my life. Look up the pictures and get off my coochie. Go paint a wall. Okay? Now, what are white twinks? Is that white gay men or white skinny gay men? What are white twinks? Let me know how y'all feel about that. That seems to be the new word in gay culture. So I just wanted to get some clarity on that. Okay. Then she also went off on a fan that says, has botched, pregnant, divorced, bitter, delusional, broke, been bleaching her skin. Botched, pregnant, divorced, bitter, broke, delusional, said bleaching while pregnant. Why must y'all be so dumb? Actually, no. I'm pregnant and I'm slightly anemic. This baby's sucking all the energy off my body to the point I'm pale, eyes sunken, veins green as F. Can't tan under the sun because I get super hot fast and dizzy. Please stop thinking with your a-hole. Okay, so that's what she said to a fan that was questioning her skin color. But I don't understand why people would think botching pregnant needs to tan or bleach. She's a white Latina. Okay, I mean, people forget she's not black. She's Latina. There's such thing as white Latinas. Okay, and botching pregnant is on the lighter side of things. Okay, you know, is she super pale all the time? No, but she probably has tan. You know, scratch off tans, which Nicki Minaj revealed, and scratch off is half black. So if scratch off got a tan, I'm sure botching pregnant be tanning. Okay, and she can't tan now because you know, she's pregnant. Can you tan if you're pregnant? You know, can you be under that machine while you're pregnant? I don't know. But botching pregnant is a white Latina. So she's always been light-skinned and, you know, very pale in some instances. Now, moving on from that, Sexyy Red is getting dragged on social media because she has canceled some of her shows for her tour. As we previously discussed, her tour was not selling out. So she has canceled her Seattle tour date that was scheduled for August 22nd. Is that today? I think today is August 22nd. She has canceled her Friday show in Portland. She's still doing Atlanta. Okay, because, you know, there's a lot of black people in Atlanta that probably love Sexyy Red. And then she also, you know, is going to do her show in Oakland, California. So let me know how y'all feel about this. In my opinion, I don't feel like Sexyy Red should have done an arena tour. That's the problem. She should have stuck to doing cookouts, just like JT, high school gymnasiums, you know, clubs. That's what these female rappers need to do. That's why they're not fully selling out. Megan included. Megan did not fully sell out her tour. That's why they won't post a full gross amount for her tour, because they would have to show the percentage for each of her shows, how much it sold out. And not all of them are at 100%. So with that being said, you know, these newer female rappers, they need to do theaters, gymnasiums, cookouts, carnivals, maybe do a performance at Six Flags. They don't need to be doing no arena tour. Okay? And I can see Scratch Off doing the same thing. Scratch Off, she gonna have to cancel some of them tour dates because I can already see that she won't be selling out. Okay? But, you know, I like Sexyy Red. I don't think she's super trash, but she is kind of trash. She's not that talented, but she's not as trash as, like, Sweetie. You know, she's not that trash. She's a better rapper than Sweetie. Now, Sabrina Carpenter tells Paper Magazine that Christina Aguilera's inspired the throwback sound of Bed Chem, a track of Short and Sweet. I love Christina Aguilera, she says. That was one of my favorite idols and icons. I was 11 years old, and you couldn't get her name out of my mouth. She's very special to me. Those songs raised me, okay? Well, that's all fine and dandy, but Sabrina don't have vocals like Christina Aguilera, okay? So, you know, it might sound similar, like maybe the beat or the melody might sound similar to Christina Aguilera, but the vocals probably won't be given that. Because you don't got vocals like Christina Aguilera. So I think it's probably going to be like the melody, the beat. Maybe if you put out a music video, you try to copy Christina Aguilera, it might give that vibe. But the vocals won't be giving Christina Aguilera. No shade. I can see that already because you don't got vocals like that. Now, if it was Ariana Grande, it could give that. But you not that. Now, Donkey of the Day will be going to Katy Perry. Lifeless has debuted on the Billboard bubbling under Hot 100 chart at number 15. Now, here's my thing. Katy, when is you just going to hang up the music thing? Maybe you should go back on American Idol, have another child. And there's really no shade. Like, I like Katy Perry. This song ain't even that bad, to be quite honest. I think this is better than the first single. But I just feel like Katy's a little bit outdated. And there's no helping her. She's outdated. She's not with the time. She doesn't really know, like, what lane she wants to be in. She keeps trying to do, like, this women empowerment, like, movement in her music. And that's so 2016. People don't want to hear that no more. So, I feel like this is a wake-up call for Katy. Like, your album is gearing up to flop. You haven't put out a successful single. And then on top of that, you're working with Dr. Puke. I mean, come on now. I mean, this is just unacceptable. You were supposed to come back strong. But I had a feeling that you was going to come back and flop. When people were asking me, how is Katy Perry going to do the next year? I said, she's going to come back and flop. The industry don't care about a Katy Perry no more. That's so 2010. When they got Billy, Sabrina Carpenter, Madison Beer, Olivia Rodrigo, they're not checking for Katy. But I do feel bad. I think the Katy Cats, they failed Katy Perry. So, donkey of the day, but maybe the third single will do better. We'll see. Now, it has been officially announced that Megan Thee Stallion will host the 2024 Video Music Awards. Let me know if y'all will be watching, okay? And she probably will perform. So, let me know if y'all gonna tune in for that. I got some very hot tea on Nicki, JT, and Ice on Patreon. Link will be in the description. And I hope you guys have a great day.